We're
Hey!
live.
Finally, that took forever for it to decide to let us go live. All right, so here we are.
Welcome back, guys.
Check out my poncho from Peru.
It's so
Get off.
soft.
Get off. My poncho. You got your own. Go get your own.
I'm so sweaty right now. I'll wear it
Gross.
later.
All right, so I don't think we announced July's theme. I don't think we ever did that last week at the end of last week. Usually
Well-
we do. I honestly forgot that it was going to be July. And last Sunday, I think, was even the first, wasn't it?
June was kind of a blur.
Or I guess Monday was the first. So, yeah. So all this week we watched our new theme of movie, which was
Patriotic movies.
Patriotic movies. Dog, hold on.
It's always the dog.
So we watched mostly patriotic movies this week. So the first movie we watched, we forgot it was a new month, and you're not even entertained by our live.
Am I not entertained? Am I not
Okay.
entertained? It's a quote from Gladiator.
Which we did not watch this week.
Yet.
Not happening. Anyway, so the first movie we watched was the original Ghostbusters.
Oh, I almost said that one.
1984. 84, man. I was
So that's
5.
older than Ferris Bueller's Day Off,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
It was 90 something. 91, 92.
That was 86, I think.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah, so original Ghostbusters, still to me the best one. I would say the second one is the newest one.
the Afterlife
The
one.
Afterlife. That's my second favorite.
There are way too many quotables in the movie. And
Is
just
there ever too many quotables?
way too many quotables in the movie. And
Is
just-
there ever too many quotables?
maybe not.
No. It's just
I mean,
awesome amount of
I mean,
quotables.
Ferris Bueller is full of them. This one is full of them.
Friends
The
is full of them.
the original Top Gun is full of
Okay,
them.
dog. Okay. So talk about Ghostbusters.
Oh, dogs are so needy. Okay, you got this science crew, I guess, and you see that they investigate the paranormal based on their, I don't know what you call it. It's not really a classroom. Their office, I guess, at the college in New York. And then they get kicked out of the college, and then they get this grand idea where they could hypothetically contain the spirits that they investigate. As you know, I'm a huge fan of, and she is too, I think, to some degree, paranormal investigations or stuff of that nature. And that's what these guys do. And then they open up a business.
The thing that gets me is they weren't even sure they believed it at first. They weren't even sure that it was for real at first.
Hypothetical.
They just thought it would be a great way to make some money.
They said, theoretically, this should work. And they build these, I forget what they call them, positron, whatever. The things they wear, their backpacks. Yeah, nuclear something or other. Whoever came up with all of the tech talk in the movie is a genius.
Yeah. So, good movies. There's cheesy parts in it, like the Zool part.
It's full of cheese.
So cheesy.
It's
so
got
fakey. Such bad graphics.
It's got
but I
pretty
mean,
good.
for the 80s,
I think Star Wars had already been released, which was visually impressive for its time, and I think this was after that. It's got an early Rick Moranis. I think this took place before Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, which I think he's probably more well known for.
Yeah.
And Sigourney Weaver from the Alien movies.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of big names in this one.
Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, just, great comedians. Harold
It's a
Ramis
good classic movie. It's definitely a must-watch at least once kind of movie. I enjoyed it. I always enjoy it. It's a lot of fun
And
to watch.
that's the thing. We always enjoy it. It's not. Because we're anticipating all the moments that we know are coming, that we're all
Right.
very familiar with, that we grew up with.
Right.
Super
Yeah.
funny movie,
Yeah.
and I think it's a pretty original concept. I think even for its time, just a really funny story.
Yeah. So for me, it's a classic. It's awesome. I could watch it a million times. 9 out of 10.
Yes, 9 out of 10.
Processing.
I was wondering, 9.5, 9. I
Yeah.
give it a 9.
Because some of the visuals were a little far-fetched. But
Yeah,
yeah, great movie. Okay, and then after that one, we started watching our patriotic movies. So the first one that we picked was another classic, Iron Man. Not as classic, not
yeah.
1900s classic kind of stuff, but the original Iron Man from 2008. So we both agree that that was our favorite
Out
Marvel
of the
movie.
the MCU, and I think this was the one that kicked it off. Now, we grew up with the original Christopher Reeve Superman, the Michael Keaton Batman. So the idea of superhero films has always been entertaining,
Yeah.
and this is probably the most computer generated graphics intensive one compared to the other practical prop ones. Um, it's really good.
It is.
I knew nothing about Iron Man. I did not read the comics. Uh, I think what's his name? Robert? Is it Robert Downey Jr.? Is that his name that plays Iron Man?
Yes.
I think was the perfect role for Tony Stark. I thought it was really cool how they pieced it together and how the Iron Man came to be. I have no idea if that is what do you call it? If that has anything to do with the original comic book writings, but I enjoyed it just watching the movie. Um, he's a funny guy, just a millionaire playboy, I guess, that was super smart.
Yep. And wanted to, for a while, he disappeared to kind of be wild and crazy. And then he came back into the spotlight and wanted to live up to his father's expectations. So he started
Made weapons.
making weapons and following in his father's footsteps.
Later on, found out that his partner was dealing under the table with the United States enemies, and so
he found out when he got his heart blown out of his chest.
Yeah, and so he decided to take the company a different direction, and that's where the suit. That's how the suit came to be. I think one of the funny parts is how the development stages, and he's
when he's testing him out and he's flopping into the wall, or
10%,
or starts his car on fire, and
and the robot arm that was always there,
ready to extinguish him even if he was not on fire. So pretty funny.
Take it out of there.
And if you watch the later Iron Man movies, the suit changes. So the original suits in the first one, and that's my favorite one of all of them. I think some of them get a little more fancy and a little more high tech, but I just have always loved the style of the original Iron Man.
I feel like the writing kind of went up and down as the various Marvel movies came out. Some were good, some were not. The later ones that were really good were the Spider-Man ones.
Yeah.
Like the Homecoming and I think Far From Home.
Only a couple of them I would consider good. There's so many of them now.
There are so many.
You got to kind of fish through them all.
And I think I forget when Disney acquired the Marvel stuff, but I don't know. I think they went a little overboard, and I've heard the term is it superhero fatigue. I mean, there's been so many.
And we tried to watch through the Marvel movies from beginning all the way through, and we got bored. I'm sorry, but they got boring after a while. And we looked at each other and go, no, it's not worth it. It's not worth being bored over. So that's kind of disappointing that as we watched through the Marvel series, it got more and more just boring.
But I would have to say that this one, much like Ghostbusters, I like watching over and over again.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
agree.
funny.
Yeah,
It's
good.
funny, and
It's
you
a good
know,
one.
they made a great character out of with Tony Stark, and the way Downey Jr. portrayed him. That's good.
Yep. First one. Like I always say, the first one is always the best one.
Yeah.
After that, it's like they're trying to reinvent the wheel. I don't know.
I would give this one a 9 also.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good one.
I love it. I love this movie.
I agree. Okay, the next one is What a Girl Wants from 2003. So less on the patriotic side, even though the cover of the movie, she's wearing a flag shirt. But it's more of a girl trying to find dad figuring out why mom left, bad guy in his council,
not quite
getting it all straightened out, getting his family back.
Not
Basic
quite
gist of the story.
Not quite like Princess Diaries with what's her face.
Anne Hathaway
kind of coming into royalty for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
This daughter is being introduced to her dad is a politician.
She doesn't get introduced. She leaves and goes and finds him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And gets found running through his lawn. That was their first introduction was, hey, why are you the press and why are you here? And she had to explain, I'm not the press, I'm your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was kind of like, ooh, okay, where'd this come from kind of deal. So
I think the neat thing was towards the end, the dad learns a lesson as to what is most important.
Yeah. And he realized that his family never left him, that they were forced away. So then that kind of geared him up, got rid of the bad guys.
Yeah.
The guys who were the troublemakers in his council. So,
and this is the same actress as that.
It's Amanda Bynes.
He's all that, I guess, or she's all that.
Yeah. No.
Is that the one?
No. She's the man.
Oh, she's the man. That's what it is.
And she's in lots of other movies. She's in several movies.
Okay.
Around the same time period, early 2000s. Yeah. So I don't know. I probably give this one 6.5 to a 7.
I'm probably more like a 6.
It's good. It's rewatchable. It's funny.
It's rewatchable.
It's not really original.
It's a 6 rewatchable.
For you, I said 7.
For me. So you said, oh, yes.
Uh-huh. So, anyway, that was What a Girl Wants from 2003.
What a Girl Wants.
The next one.
Did they play that song in there? Did they play the Christina Aguilera song in there at all?
I think so.
They did? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
All right. And then the next two really are kind of one and the same, so we can talk about them together. We decided to have movie night with our girls, and we wanted to pick a movie that was patriotic, that they hadn't seen, but that would keep their attention and would be interesting. So the first thing that came to both of our minds was
National Treasure.
National Treasure.
Very specific criteria when we were
Yes.
trying to find a movie for movie night.
And this was perfect. And then the next night we watched Book of Secrets, the second one. So National Treasure, the original was from 2004. The second one's 2007. So this is Nicolas Cage.
I really like Nicolas Cage.
I do too. I always have.
He's good.
He's a good actor. So he's the main star of this movie. And he's basically his family. He's a descendant of one of the writers of the Declaration of Independence.
Mm-hmm.
And his family line believed that there were all of these secrets within the government that led to treasures that were hidden.
And these were treasures from around the world that were meant to be preserved.
Yes. And those that hid it knew that if they got into the wrong hands, they would not be treated properly. Mm-hmm. They would be disrespected. They'd be stolen, pawned, whatever. So they only wanted those worthy to find them to be able to find them. So they hid them very, very well with very encrypted secrets on how to find them. One clue led to another, which led to another. So Nicolas Cage's character came from a whole line of treasure hunters that their whole lives they spent decoding, trying to follow these codes and follow these next steps to get to the treasures.
And so they all had a love for history.
Yeah. And they knew so much history, which is awesome. I believe that we need to know our history so that history doesn't repeat itself.
A lot of ignorant.
Unfortunately, most people don't know the truth of our history anymore. And so history is bound to repeat itself when you don't know or understand the history you came from. So
I think this kind of reminded me of, I really liked it because there was a lot of puzzle solving and riddle solving and I don't know, it's kind of like a Indiana Jones sort of, but modernized. There's a lot of adventure to it.
So much adventure. And the girls, I mean, it was late and they were awake and it kept their attention and they said they really enjoyed the movies.
There was a little bit of a Mission Impossible to it where they had to get the Declaration of Independence and a
little bit of stealing, a little bit of giving back, and a little bit of kidnapping, and a little bit of.
I think that's what made it really enjoyable. It had been a while since I had seen either of them, and so I couldn't, especially the Book of Secrets one. I couldn't remember what clue, how do you say that? I couldn't remember all the secrets.
Yeah, how one led to the next.
Yeah,
led
the
to
chain
the
of
next.
events.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was fun to watch them again. And I'm not sure I'd seen the second one all the way through before. I think I'd seen bits and pieces of it, but I hadn't really seen it all the way through. So it was kind of fun to watch it with them all the way through again.
It was cool that the girls enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That was neat.
So what would you rate both the movies together as a pair? And I think that they go well together as a pair.
I would also say that they're rewatchable. It's not necessarily just to enjoy for one time and talk about it. I'd probably rate it an 8.5.
Okay.
Pretty high.
I was going to say 9. I thought they were very good.
I like them.
Yeah. All right. So that was both National Treasure movies, National Treasure 1 from 2004 and National Treasure Book of Secrets from 2007. And if you watch the second one, it alludes to a third, which never was put out. So maybe that will come at some point in the future, but there is already a script written for a third.
I would watch it.
So we'll see. I don't know what the story is behind that, if Nicolas Cage didn't want to do another one or why they haven't published the third one that's already written. But they talk about it in the second one and you have to watch it and figure out where that is. And you get a sneak peek of the third movie script.
I like the sidekick because there are several parts where he knows something that Nicolas Cage's character doesn't know. And he just lets them sit there.
And then there's other parts where he's like, wish I knew that. So they're a pretty funny pair. Yeah. They work out well together.
Yep.
And he's not his assistant. He's his partner.
Oh, okay.
He's very bitter about that at one point in the movie. All right. The next one, he and one of our sons decided to watch. He told them, you got to watch this movie. It's super cheesy and it's a must see. And what that was, Stormtrooper?
Street Fighter.
Okay, I put the wrong movie. See, that's how much I cared about it. I fell asleep.
This is Street Fighter that was based on the video games from the early 90s. It's got Ken Ryu. You probably hear people say
1994
Shoryuken or Hadouken. Those are very well-known terms that people have heard, even though they might not know the reference. So this is a video game to movie, kind of like Resident Evil was, except Resident Evil was a lot better. So this was based off of a arcade or Super Nintendo game, Street Fighter, up to Super Street Fighter 2. It had that whole character set. It has Jean-Claude Van Damme in there. Not his finest movies. He's got some.
No.
He's got some better movies.
Oh, super cheesy, you
Bloodsport
guys.
and
This
Kickboxer.
movie is extremely cheesy, and I literally saw only 10 minutes of it, and I thought, how did you guys sit and watch over an hour of this movie?
So I'm just kind of passing down the cheesiness from one generation to the other. As
Oh, no.
you know, I'm a big Street Fighter fan, and I've gotten our number 2 to become all the early fighting game fan. So I said, you have to watch this just because this is part of my legacy to you, is having to watch
cheesy
this
80s
movie.
movies or 90s movies. When was this? 1994.
And I didn't know that one of the characters in there is played by Kylie Minogue. Remember Kylie Minogue, the singer?
No.
Baby, when for the first time la la la.
No,
la,
just
la.
stop. No, not happening for you.
She's in some
Sorry.
cool dance hits.
No, I have no idea who you're talking about.
So the movie is really cheesy.
And so is singing.
I don't know how many times we can say cheesy. The Blanca is a monster in the video game. And this, I have to say that the Incredible Hulk played by Lou Ferrigno was much, much, much better makeup job than Blanca in Street Fighter. It was just horrendous. Green monster with some orange wig hair from Johnny Brock's Dungeon. So bad. And
to me, it was Power Rangers cheesy bad. If you have seen Power Rangers, super cheesy, so bad.
The same level or worse?
Same level for me.
Same level?
Same level.
And the end, they did a freeze frame of them jumping and doing some kind of pose.
The one girl throws her butt at the screen.
And it's her victory stance.
I don't care what it is.
And
it's cheesy, dumb looking.
And then they threw the logo on there. Oh man, it's so bad.
So bad. So bad. So you want to watch a terrible 90s movie.
I think they could have done a better job. Actually, I hope they decide to make a good movie out of this. The thing that bothered me the most was that there were no special moves featured in the film, except for maybe a few. But the Dragon Punch and Fireball were completely omitted.
Yeah. Okay, so what would you rate?
Like a 2. You have to see it. If you like Street Fighter, you have to see it because it's Street Fighter, and
you won't understand the level of cheese until you watch it. So, yeah.
It's got
prepared.
A bad script, a bad story, bad acting, bad makeup.
So 2 out of 10. There you have it. Street Fighter from 1994. Okay. And then let's go ahead and do Emoji Movie, and we'll do the other one for Tuesday. Do that one for Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay. So Emoji Movie. No, it doesn't fit the patriotic theme, but it was a fun one to watch with the girls. So it's kind of a silly cartoon movie. From 2017. So the Emoji Movie from 2017.
It's a little bit later.
It's kind of a cute little watch. It's basically about all the emojis in your cell phone and how they get excited or get disappointed when they're not chosen.
Because their whole role is to play themselves when they get chosen by the phone user.
And there's one emoji who doesn't know what his emotion is. So he knows what he's supposed to be, but it doesn't feel right to him to be that emotion. So the whole movie is kind of about him finding himself and figuring out which emotion fits him.
It's kind of I don't know. Emojis were not a thing for us growing up. We had the colon and the parentheses to make the smiley face.
Right.
If you wanted to give
the number 3 and the
the
less
V,
than
less than,
sign
yeah, to make a heart.
to
I
make
mean,
a heart.
those are our emojis, and then they came up with these
Crazy ones that
with a stupid name called emoji.
yeah, you can pick poop and send somebody poop if you want to, or next to a heart.
Yeah,
Who knows? And there were some other characters that kind of went along with this mystery emoji. One, she was hiding from what her emoji really was because she didn't want that title. She didn't want the responsibility of what her emotion was.
And then there's the hand emoji, or the high five, I guess. Was it
high five that was discontinued? So
it
was no longer used anymore.
Oh,
so
sad. So to take a concept and base it around emojis, I think they did a decent job.
Yeah, it was fun. It's
building
a
a complete story around it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was a fun-loving movie.
I would have to take some creativity. Do you remember how the Geico commercials go through several themes?
Yeah.
And remember the cavemen?
Uh-huh.
So easy a caveman can do it. Apparently they made a series out of it, but
yeah,
it might have been horrible. I've never seen it, but
yeah.
this was okay.
Yeah, this was good. So it's kind of a fun watch. We've seen it a few times, so it's not the first time we've watched it.
Did we watch it in the theater the first time?
And we might have, actually. Yeah.
Was Netflix still doing DVDs in 2017?
Maybe.
We have been with Netflix since the DVD era, and
Redbox and
we
all
would
of
get
that
that
stuff. Yeah.
We had that excitement when the DVD showed up in the mail.
Ooh, we got a movie. It's movie night. Let's make some popcorn.
So if you don't know what Netflix started out as, it was a DVD mail-in DVD service, and we were on
they still have that option.
No way.
I think so. Well, Redbox does anyway.
And so that you could have one DVD at a time or two at a time, and then you watch it and you put it back in the mail. That's postage paid already.
Yeah.
And then the after that was kind of the beginnings of streaming, where we had a Nintendo Wii at the time. I don't know if you remember that. They had the Wii, the bowling and the tennis and the boxing.
Yep.
And then they had a Netflix channel, and then you can just play it on there.
Yeah.
In glorious 420p or whatever.
Those were the good old days.
And then now here we
just
are.
Stream everything.
And we have commercials again. So
yeah. But most of the time we're too cheap to pay for a movie.
Yeah.
So we wait till they're free. So that's why if there's a movie on our list or there's a movie you guys suggest and we don't end up getting to it or watching it, don't worry. It's still on our list. It'll get rotated back through when it's free. So if we can get away with watching enough movies within our theme that are free, that's kind of our goal. We don't want to spend a ton of money on
Maverick
movies.
Was a patriotic movie.
So he bought Maverick. $25.
We already covered it
right away when it went for sale.
It's episode 10 or something like that. But
so he did not follow our standards of trying to watch free.
It's a good movie. It's also patriotic, so it could qualify to be watched again.
We've already reviewed it.
Yeah, we probably have 3 episodes about it.
So we will not be watching and reviewing that one. I mean, he might be watching it, but we're not going to be reviewing it. So we won't. You guys will have to just check back through our channel and find Maverick because it has been reviewed several times. I think you did a Maverick special.
Yeah,
or a Top Gun special.
There's a comparison to the both.
So there's a lot of those already on our channel. So we won't do that to you again. But it is I know. Sorry. There's so many other good options out there. So if there's a patriotic movie. Oh, did we rate Emoji Movie? 6.
Oh.
Or 7.
I give it a 6.5.
6 to 7.
Yeah.
I guess probably more on this. It was cute. More on the 7 side.
Yeah. I think it's worth watching twice.
Yeah.
Twice, maybe with a few years in between.
It's better than that. It's cute. So that's Emoji Movie from 2017. So we say between a 6 and a 7.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's our rating on that one. Okay. So if you have a patriotic movie that you would like us to watch and review, put it in the comments. Send us a message. Like, subscribe.
Smash it.
Smash it. What does that even mean?
Smash the like button.
Then break your laptop, or your phone, and
ding the notification bell.
You're showing your age. I love you.
There's a notification bell.
Okay. So anyway, check out Tuesday's movie. It is another patriotic movie. A great one that I really like from one of my favorite actors. Shh.
You have got to get you one of those.
Now he's going to give it away.
It's not a direct quote.
Shh. So check out Tuesday's movie and then Friday Faves. Are you still posting Friday Faves?
I didn't last Friday. Okay. I didn't know what to do.
We'll see about Friday Faves.
Yeah.
We might get one.
I have ideas.
He has ideas. So we'll see. That's never been my thing. That's always been his thing. So we'll see if that happens. But for sure Tuesday and then next Sunday are live. We would love to review your favorite patriotic movie. So let us know what that is. And we will give it a watch. It doesn't matter how old it is. Doesn't matter how new it is.
So if you like Maverick, let us know.
If it's free, it'll probably get watched. If it's not free, it'll go on the list. And we'll watch.
Or if you give us a Redbox code.
Yeah.
We'll use it.
Absolutely. Yep. We will definitely take sponsorship for your favorite movie as well. So let us know what you want us to watch, and we would love to do it for you. So thanks for tuning in. And what do fuzz?
Fur.
Okay. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on Tuesday.
See you next time.
Bye.
Here it goes.
Stop.
End
Don't
stream.
do that.
End.
So much wrong with you.